Okay, Freddie, follow me and learn something.
Okay.
We got an order here from the St. Louis University Medical School. They want 2 adult female skeletons with perfect teeth. That's a 2AFPT. Okay, so you come over here to the A section. That's A for adult, see?
Okay.
Then that's divided up into 2 sections. That's divided into the M for male and the F for?
Female.
Good boy. Now, the PT. Suppose you think that's pretty tough, but no, that's perfect teeth. Very good.
I like death.
This is Film Sack. Oh, sure.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Film Sack. This is Film Sack, mining the very depths of film entertainment for all mankind in our final episode of this year's Sacktober. Oh, man.
That makes me sad.
I know, a little sad. I'm a little sad saying it, but don't worry. There's always 2026, you guys. Anyway, welcome to the show. My name is Scott Johnson, joined today by Brian. Let's take our theme gang to the cemetery for No Reason Done Away.
Oh, there's a reason, and you're about to find out why. Oh, hi. This week on Booby Sack, we strip down to our punk rock leg warmers and writhe around in pleasure and pain atop the decorative sarcophagus that is the Return of the Living Dead, now demanding your brains on the only streaming service stupid enough to gas out this toxic 1985 horror comedy. Wait, that topless girl's punk rock name is Trash? I wonder if that's short for Trashly. Well, whatever. She has big brains. Anywho, we're starting a gang. The theme is inner city punks in a small town just trying to figure it out. We got Suicide, the only licensed driver, and he's angry about it. Trashly, the exhibitionist. Spider, the smart one, and that ain't saying much. Scuzz, I'm assuming is someone's cousin. Freddie, the gainfully employed. Tina, the faithful girlfriend. Casey is just here for the style of it. And that just leaves clueless, new wave, lonely guy with a jam box. Nobody likes you, Chuck. Get out of here, Chuck. Randy? Everybody's punk rock until they're zombies. Then they're just punks.
Then they're just punks. I like that. We got to figure out a way. I have an idea for you later. I'll talk to you.
All right, give me the idea.
Also with us, we got Randy. You let out the government fart, and now, well, you get what you deserve, Jordan.
Aloha, Scott, Brian. All right, men, gather round and don't touch anything, please. Now, I know last night's little incident at the medical supply warehouse that's conveniently right next door to the mortuary, that's conveniently right next door to the only graveyard in the world. It's got everyone freaking out. Or actually, there are several people who are not appropriately freaking out. Anyway, something happened, and we've got to respond to all of these phone calls we're getting. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. There's no one within several miles of here that anyone wants to save anyway, right? Oh, hey, would you please wipe that dust off that surface using the entire roll of paper towels? No. Not only one paper towel at a time. No. The whole roll. You pick up the whole. That you're very strange, sir. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. 3 rules. Number 1, do not just hang around near the cemetery while the undead are active. I would have thought that went without saying, but here we are. Number 2, in retrospect, it was a mistake to store a supernatural monster toxin in barrels in the basement of a medical supply company run by idiots. So starting now, no more doing that. Number 3, the naked woman who isn't undead yet, but is very completely naked. She just wants to have naked sex. Won't someone please have naked sex with the naked woman so we can all get on with our lives? Thank you.
Yeah, I think the spiky leader guy, I think
Suicide.
I think he might be the gay. He might be the gay.
Oh.
No problem with that. Just, you got the naked chick rubbing on your crotch and you're just pissed. So I don't know. How
He
to
was
explain
very
it.
angry.
She was so focused.
Yeah, he was into it.
Yeah.
He was into it.
Yeah.
All right. Also, and finally, we have with us Brian. The only rule is you have to be naked the entire time. And I mean the entire time of it.
Well, I'm gonna wear this little weird plastic prosthetics thing. A little safety, a little smoothing, a little Barbie, a Barbie cover is what we'll call it. Does anybody have a towel? All right. Hey, punks, who brought a towel? Anyway, wasn't even planning on going there. Scott, today's song, I feel like I always need to apologize for the song, but today in particular, I feel like I need to apologize for you, or to you. Sorry, apologize to you for my song. Go ahead and play it.
All right, here we go. Even that version still tickles my brain a little. Like that song.
Yeah.
Well, good.
That's great. Yeah, no, you shouldn't have to apologize. I think that song's ripe for the use case, and I'm a little surprised you haven't done it before now. So
I am too,
Yeah.
and I started looking at songs that have rain in the title, and like Here Comes the Rain Again, and figuring out, because I want to do Brains as the big thing, because this is the movie that introduced Brains, and we'll talk about that.
That's right.
But I actually even had some unused lyrics. I moved the dogs to this first verse, but the original second verse was going to be: the split dogs cry out on the shelf as they grow restless, longing for the other half of their doggy body.
Oh, nice.
Is that like the beginning of your thinking on this one? Because like that was mine. When I started like preparing, I watched this movie and I'm like, what's the weirdest thing in the whole movie?
Yeah. Is the dogs?
Split dogs.
Yeah. This is really weird. The half dogs.
It's
Yuck.
things that make noise without the physical capacity to be able to make noise.
Yeah, like that puppet lady on the table's mouth that just opens up and shuts without any articulation
No
whatsoever.
lips, no tongue, but she's able to enunciate and
She's like, we need the brains, but her mouth is saying ba 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 ba, which I get. It works with Muppets. You see Kermit do it, you don't care, but when you're like trying to give me a thing, but whatever. I don't actually have too many bad things to say about the effects in the movie titled "Return of the Living Dead," for which I have a fake Fletcher and I have an apology to make. I downloaded all the versions that people read, and was about to edit them, and then got busy with some stuff. Things got a little nuts. Been crazy around here lately. And I accidentally, unrecoverably deleted everything but one.
No.
Just one made it.
Interesting.
And you know what? I'm glad it's the one that got saved just because of the affectation here. I don't know if this is what this person really sounds like or if this is the best Michael Caine I've ever heard. But ladies and gentlemen, today's fake Fletcher for your enjoyment.
On this week's shambling episode of Film Sack, two bumbling employees at a medical supply warehouse accidentally release a deadly gas into the air. The vapors cause the dead to rise again as zombies. What will happen? Who will be in the nude? Who will die? And why is this our last Sacktober episode for the year? Come on in and find out the hard way.
Good Lord.
Love it.
It's really good, right?
Yeah.
It is great.
It might be his real accent. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I mean,
Good job.
Michael Caine was a real guy, so why couldn't we have more of him, I suppose? Anyway, so sorry about that.
done.
Everyone else who took time to call that in this week, my bad. It was.
I feel like I just heard Jason Statham, and I'm curious now whether
Jason Statham's skinny nephew or something, maybe.
has to be a little more down. Has to be in here. Yeah, you can't do Jason Statham without.
Okay, I'm gonna rough you guys up now.
Okay, fellas. Speaking of which, in your song, how'd you get that high at the end? My gosh.
Well, that was nice.
Just like I did a little twisting. Let's just say.
Oh,
well, so the high backing vocals in the original were Timothy B. Schmidt. Have you ever heard that piece of trivia?
From the Eagles? Really? I did not know that.
Timothy B. Schmidt, the Eagles were broken up at the time. Timothy B. Schmidt came in and sang a bunch of the high backing vocals because they felt like they already had too much Bobby Kimball on the track.
I agree with that.
And I mean, he's like an incredible soprano, right? So like, it's just amazing to think that they
had an Eagle do it. You truly can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. That's how that
Timothy
works.
be high.
Yeah, Timothy be high. Timothy not below. All right, the movie is Return of the Living Dead, and I have a confession. Got a lot of heat about this week because apparently last week I made references to George Romero. That this was one of his joints. It is not connected to his series at all. And
we just didn't know that. We didn't know that. We didn't know that there's like a competing series and we were starting it.
I had no idea. Like,
right.
Going into this, I went, okay, well, this is the one Romero one I haven't seen. And I think I've seen that weird sequel thing where it's in a well, this is sort of a military base too, but the next one isn't.
Dawn of the Dead was the true sequel.
Yeah, that was the one set in the mall. That's the one they remade
Right.
in 04 again to fantastic results, I think.
Yes, I agree.
James Gunn and Zack Snyder doing that one. But this is a weird anomaly for me. I don't know why I don't even have a reference to it. I don't have any memory of it at all. Like, this is just a weird. I swear I'd seen it.
And it's a sequel, kind of like with Gremlins, or trying to figure out another example. A sequel to a movie where they're aware of the first movie, like where they know the first movie was a movie, or at least where, I guess it's not that they know the first movie was a movie.
The way they explained it in this movie was that everyone has seen has seen the movie, but that's not actually what happened, and so here we are experiencing the reality.
Right. Night of the Living Dead was a movie based on real events. This is a movie that is aware of that movie's existence as well as the real events.
All right.
Opening with these are real events and these are real things.
Okay, but
they're coming to confuse you, Barbara.
I'll admit I'm still kind of confused because I guess Romero has zero to do with this. Like, there's no
Correct.
Right. Exactly.
Other than without his work prior. Maybe this doesn't exist because it's playing off of it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's wild to me. I guess we live in a time now where if you call something Ghostbusters and then someone come down the pipe later and calls the movie Ghostbusters, they're not going to get away with it. Although that happen,
unless it's a cartoon, in which case, and then you could just
then they settle it out of court or whatever they did.
Right.
But that's my point. Is like we have people get litigious about this stuff. It's not a easy thing to do, and it seems like this just kind of happened. Here you go. Here's your movie. And then isn't there a sequel to this shit? There's some other kind of
there's several. There's 4, right? 3 total.
A sequel to this one specifically, though.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a series.
Oh, I didn't know
this
that.
is the first of a series of movies.
Oh, it's just like, is it like a branching software branch? Like a
alternate timeline kind of thing.
A GitHub.
Right. You branched off and now you've got you've got 3 more after this one.
Now, what's wild about this, our director here, his name is Dan O'Bannon. Dan O'Bannon. Dan O'Bannon. I still can't do it right. He's no slouch when it comes to other content. This dude wrote Alien. He wrote Aliens. He wrote Dark Star. Well, you can probably count that one out. But the point is, like, all of this stuff, Romulus, Alien Earth, all these things, he gets credited in all these because he is the OG Alien writer that worked with Ridley Scott to bring the thing to screen. And that's a wild thing to think that guy did this, because this is not that.
This is not that.
I've got 3 other Film Sack movies that Dan O'Bannon has written.
Bring it.
That aren't Aliens or this. Those are Blue Thunder, Life Force, and Total Recall. Yes, Total Recall.
Wow. He screenplayed that, did he? Because that's based on a book, but obviously he did screenplay. Did we do... we did do Life Force. It's got Captain Picard in there. I remember that now, right? Isn't that a thing? Or am I remembering that wrong?
Nope. Yep. That's the one with... takes place in England.
Space vampires? What?
Space vampires. Yep.
That's
the
right.
one.
Patrick Stewart's in that. And then there's...
what's his face that we like from...
Peter Firth.
Peter Firth?
Peter Firth. Him, but then the guy... The guy who is the bad guy in Time Bandits too, right?
Oh,
that guy was in there as well in Life Force. David Warner.
Oh, is he in that?
Oh, that's who I'm thinking of, not the guy from. I
don't think David Warner's in Life Force that I know of. Let's see.
Really?
Do I see
then
him?
I am confusing 2 things.
Might be Michael Gothard. He looks a little like him. The thing though about his list is it's all this kind of shit, like cool stuff we all think fondly back on. I think this is just horrendously, ridiculously bad.
What? Bad? Wait.
I mean, I don't. No.
I will draw the line.
We're going to have words, Scott. Not here about that.
I enjoyed myself immensely. I got a really good time with this, but I'm not going to call it good. I will say this: practical effects and stuff, pretty awesome. I think maybe the best looking half decayed
Tar Man is amazing. Get excited because there's a new project starting now, and we're bringing back our special effects guy to do more.
This is the 2026 Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah. Go to the returnofthelivingdead.com and you will find out more.
No way.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were working on a project. So I know this is like beloved as a cult classic, and that people fight to keep it, available and on formats and all of that. I just always thought it was part of the Romero legacy, and I couldn't have been more wrong. And it just is, it's out of time with him. It has no connection. And I'm still kind of trying to get my head around that. I don't understand how you do that when he's the zombie lord. He makes Of the Dead movies, right? Like that's his thing.
Right.
So how do you sneak in and go, I'm doing one. Get out of the way, old man. I'm making one. Move those glasses out of here. I'm doing it.
So that comes to our what's his name? John Russo, right? So like John Russo writes a a series of novels about zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And he then co-writes Night of the Living Dead with George Romero, and then they part ways. And so now you have John Russo out here selling the rights to his stories to anybody. And there's all kinds of other things that aren't George Romero.
Yeah, I guess so. But then when Romero returns to the series, returned, that's all his again. I guess it's just not clear to me, but whatever. I mean, it's fine. I don't mind that there are these multiple things. I just kind of thought it was him, and people at home are
right. And a lot of people think that. So you're definitely not alone. It's definitely some brand confusion. But this is its own thing, and it is a comedy horror that, like Ibbott said, introduced the idea that zombies' motivation is not necessarily flesh. It is brains, living brains specifically.
Right.
And that gets mixed into our modern zombie lore at every level. Right?
See, that's
and
another.
It even gives us the reason why they want brains.
It hurts
for being the first.
pain.
Yeah, for being the first thing. Usually we think, all right, well, we're just going to make them say brains, but they actually say, oh, it helps. It cures the pain or kills the pain from decaying, feeling like we're rotting. I can feel it.
Right.
And no other zombie thing where they eat brains do they ever kind of go into that. So it's funny that it establishes a logical in this weird sense,
Why do you want to kill me?
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly.
The
but
brains.
So that's another big revelation, and I actually kind of forgot while I was watching it. And then you guys mentioned it top of the show, and so now I'm like, oh yeah, right. That is the first time this ever comes up, and it's a thing that everybody references with zombies now. Even if you're if you do The Walking Dead, that has no reference to I need your brains. It's just spread the disease and kill more people. Really, is all that is.
Did anybody see that Nicholas Hoult Warm Bodies?
Yeah, just recently I watched it with the girls here again.
Yeah. Is he? I've never seen it. Is he a brain eater or what? What's the story?
No, and that one it's. I think I just saw it. They treat it like a disease or like a spreadable thing. So it's not like it's not like everybody gloms onto that. But when you think of zombies, or if you see somebody on Halloween in a zombie thing, you go brains. That's a crazy impact to have from a movie that I have no other great knowledge of. Right? You know what I mean?
Totally is. There was even that show with Rose McIver called iZombie, a CW show, where she was solving crimes because she would eat the brains of dead people. Kind of gruesome, actually, as I describe it. But
So that was
it is Sacktober. It's the time to talk about it.
Yeah, if we're ever going to talk about it, this will be the time. They ought to. I want origin story on Tarman. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, it's a great bit of a character, isn't he? He's fantastic. And he's supposed to be back in the new one. He looks so good. I mean, practical effects. That is just mind blowing how that works.
Yeah,
and
it's
how
really good.
How the guy moves around in the costume. It's just
most of the stuff in this movie, the practicals I think are really strong, and they hold up.
There's some exceptions.
Okay, give it to me.
Oh, give us some exceptions of bad practical effects.
Yeah.
Well, like the first naked zombie that comes out of the cooler. Like when you see him, they have two completely different effects. One is a man who's been spray painted and is basically naked, and it looks really, really good. And another one is a guy in the same color, but he's wearing a bag. and it looks awful. Like there's all these wrinkles all up and down his body, which you're like, well, that's okay because he's a zombie. But you've just previously seen him as a regular naked human, and it's like it really throws you. Like, is this
when he comes running out? I don't know if I was probably the only person that saw this, but when he came running out the first time, he just looked like NoHo Hank to me from Barry. He just looked like that guy.
So would that not be explained, Randy, by the chemical action of reanimating the body? You don't think that would be?
Well, you could explain it away.
I'm saying in the same action sequence, they clearly filmed at completely different times with a completely different like clothing on the actor, and it just like it really threw me because the continuity was so off.
The idea is that he's like so full of what formaldehyde and preservation that he's all yellowed up and everything. It's the idea. I don't know.
No, I'm not talking about the color. The color was consistent.
Yeah.
I'm saying from one shot to the next.
Yeah.
They went from a naked man who had been painted to a man wearing a trash bag that was painted the same color.
There's and that's still better than what they originally had. So they there was a couple like Kill Count does a really good thing about the making of. I think they pull from probably the Blu-ray or DVD special edition behind the scenes thing, but they showed the original look of that guy, especially
Cadaver.
after the head that cadaver after the head was gone, and it is so clearly like. There's like this head-sized lump above the shoulders where it's like they didn't even try. They just put a cover over him, painted it yellow, 2 little eye holes, and had him run around.
Yeah, right. It's pretty, like there. I will agree with you, Randy. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, but speaking yellow bag in that case. But the entirety of the thing, most of the time, I was kind of buying this stuff. Like it was pretty hardcore, some of it. You know?
I'll put a GIF in the in our chat, but the first skeleton that comes up through the grave,
it's party time.
The one that goes, it's party like. So then you get some of the punk rock music, but he sticks his head up, and there are clearly like wires pulling his jaw down.
Yeah. You can see it in multiple places. There, 1, 2. I can see him in that thing.
Right,
and that's a grainy ass, low resolution GIF. Imagine what it looks like.
Is,
Oh, geez, let's not. Okay,
I'm just saying.
So this is 1980.
Listen, if we're gonna lavish a lot of praise on the practical effects, it deserves it in some cases. Deserves it in a lot of cases. But there's some cases maybe where it doesn't.
Just remember 1985, you're creating films not for streaming in 4K. You're creating films for things that are going to be projected, on screen, maybe tape. You're probably not thinking, hey, can you see this? It's like, okay, yeah, good enough. We've hidden the seams because no one will see it until 2025 when, streaming is a thing and we've got remasters and this
is why I think Tarman succeeds so well, because that's a pretty seamless bunch of effects. Like it's real strong. You can tell there's a dude in there. You can tell that took a shit ton of time. The melted wax on his head thing that they describe in the trivia, that's not easy. Like none of that looked easy.
He also should get credit just for his movements, because he's
such a great.
He really
actor.
is like, boy, that's some Ray Park level.
Is that a guy we should?
Alan Troutman. This is our first sacking of Alan Troutman, but he's got quite a career as as an actor, stunt guy, a bit part, a cameo, bunch of cameos. He's just very, very skinny. Like he's incredibly skinny.
And the new guy is also super skinny. The new actor for the new movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'd want to be, right? You got to be as thin as possible, or else you're going to look weird. Like that'd be a great Doug Jones thing to see him in.
Yeah.
Too tall though, probably, but whatever. Sorry, Randy, go ahead.
So anyway, we just we got to appreciate that this guy went through this, because like they hired him for his figure, and then they spent days covering him in crap, and he did a great job. Like it's really, really amazing. Your brain, when you're watching Tarman, your brain is trying to figure out how a person could be inside that.
Right.
And that's awesome. Like I wish they had the same budget for just the cast in general. Like if they had 10 times the money to spend to get.
You didn't like
really
James
great
Karen as
actors.
Frank and Tom Matthews as Freddy are reoccurring characters who come back for the second one?
Did they? Did they?
No, and I want to say there's two movies here. There's two subplots here, right? There's one about the punks going to the graveyard and finding out what's going on, and there's the other about the adults in the businesses who are who inadvertently spread the whole thing.
And Freddy who ties them all together.
Those they're all D-list actors, but like at least the ones in the businesses are kind of good at what they're doing. I'm saying that if this movie had 10 times the budget to hire really good actors as the Warriors gang, and to really like extend them into better acting and this kind of thing, this would have been a remarkably legendary film.
Yeah,
I think it is already a remarkably legendary film.
For some, it is
certainly cult status, easily cult,
absolutely
status.
cult.
Oh, without a doubt.
I prefer.
Yeah,
and
I prefer this to
deservedly
live.
so.
I would prefer this to live in cult status than to have been a lot more money and making a big impact, and then a whole bunch of subsequent movies like this because they would have just fell apart. I appreciate this thing was just being what it was.
I mean, I'm sure the sequels are considered even by the cult kind of bad, right?
Worse.
Like worse.
Oh, they get even worse. 2 is I mean, it's a marked decrease to the second one. The second one's terrible. You think this one's bad?
Is someone naked a lot in the subsequent ones?
No, they don't do that a lot. That's actually really an interesting aspect of this film is that they do have this actress be nude and then becomes the boss, right?
Right.
We set up that she's afraid she's going to be her biggest nightmare is being surrounded by old men, aka dead zombies, and eating her alive. And they don't really because she looks pretty good afterwards. They might have gotten some,
it is
little
funny how
face
everybody
stuff,
else like instant decaying flesh and all this stuff hanging in there, but it's like,
she's all right.
hey, well, look at that. I might actually want to.
She's a little pale.
But I love that she came back and was like boss level, and I hated that they didn't carry on with
and
that
her mouth.
character.
Every time her mouth would open up to bite somebody, they had that elongated fake head thing, and it was really disconcerting. It was like, oh my gosh, I don't like her at all now. Here's the actual quote from Dan O'Bannon, the director, in a commentary track where he thought that movie would only be popular with quote horny guys, hence the amount of female nudity. On the DVD commentary, claims he was surprised at how many women were in the initial audiences, and so that if he'd known he'd have such a large female following for the film, he would have shown Freddy, aka Tom Matthews, naked as well. He says so.
And I don't really think she portrays a pretty strong character for the most part until she like falls in the water and face plants, and I'm like, okay, now you're all just.
Oh no, that was the other one. Tina fell in the water and face planted.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Right. Oh, I thought she face planted later, but maybe not. Okay, I thought because she got up, she was all wet. I guess I don't know. Everybody was falling. It was a lot of falling.
A whole lot of falling. I looked at her.
That graveyard. Yeah. That graveyard needed some better drainage. I'll tell you that because that was some serious water pooling.
Well, I mean,
better landscaping.
It had incredible drainage, right? If a drop of water falls on that graveyard, it goes straight down to the corpses in the boxes.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
They got out real quick when that happened.
Unbelievable.
Also, they used footage. They used footage twice, and it drove me nuts. They used the footage when it was first raining. It's actually kind of a nice tracking shot through the graveyard, and there's like a cool glare off one of the cross gravestones and all that. And I'm like, that's a really good shot. And then later, they used the exact same shot to show more zombies coming. So come on, guys.
Yeah. I like the cutaway too into the ground and how they did that. That was pretty cool, showing what was underneath the ground.
I did a little poking around with her career. Linnea Quigley is her name. She is mostly known for this.
For this?
Yep. And then
it's kind of hard to break out of this role once you've been trash.
Yeah. I don't think we ever did Silent Night, Deadly Night. We should for Christmas this year. But,
that's the more recent one, right? Not the original one?
No, this is the 84 one. I don't know what.
84, okay.
I don't know which one's new, but she's in that. I don't know if she's naked all the time or not, but
I doubt it.
Most of her movies are like this, like Barn, something called Thrust, The New York Ninja, Once a Time in Hollyweird.
Hey, man, if you got it, flaunt it.
Well, and she's still working. Like, she's got 3 upcoming projects and, busy.
Yeah, the doc I watched had a lot of interviews with Linnea about the whole, like, The whole process of the now we need you to be naked. Oh no, we can't have any bush. Let's shave you down. Oh, that's worse.
That's worse. Now we look really bad. All right, we're gonna cover this part up. All right.
Yeah, but in the process of looking for this, so there's this Trash's Revenge thing, which is I think is a short or something that she was involved in, but this what was this? Dragon Studios in the UK put out this thing say, hey, if you've ever wanted to play Trash and meet Linnea Quigley, now is your chance. We will dress and make you up as Trash as you play the part of an actress who wants to take on the role of a remake of Return of the Living Dead.
I love it.
And I'm sure it's like lots of nudity required.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you get away. I don't think you can without it.
No, I think it's
just an interesting. Her career is whatever it is. I feel like she's in control of it though. Like, look at her, still working.
Totally.
She's almost 70 years old, and she's still like out there doing movies.
She was so athletic and doing some really badass shit in the movie. I mean, I didn't just necessarily tell. I was like, and I was like, yeah, okay, so yeah, she's topless, she's nude, but it seems like she had like her own thing. She wasn't like a victim except for when she got ate by zombies, and then she turned into a then she turned into a real badass, but not like she wasn't a victim to male whatever. She was a victim of just like everybody else was.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I'm not trying to dismiss it, but I think she was kind of badass.
I think that's what's interesting about it, about the whole thing is I went in there thinking, well, here we go, exploitation on steroids. Let's see how this goes. And by the end, I was like, actually, that kind of worked. You know?
Yeah. And she was going to have, instead of keeping her face exposed, they were going to have a mask that she was going to wear when she became a zombie. I just put something in our chat, and maybe this might actually be good for the Discord, or maybe we bleep out the boobs, but this was going to be her look.
Boobs.
It's drawn boobs.
Yeah.
But this was going to be her look when she was a zombie.
That's actually kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. It's very creep show, very Crypt Keeper kind of looking, which is awesome.
Kind of the lady on the table style.
Right.
I love that she always keeps her leg warmers. That's
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Why didn't she use those as a towel?
Yeah.
This whole
that's a good point. Yeah,
that's a really good point. This whole movie, or almost this whole movie, was filmed up in Somar, like north of Los Angeles on the way to Santa Clarita. And back in the day, that was like a sleepy town out in the country. Now it's the city. But, they went up there and they, tried to make Southern California feel like anywhere else. Just give me anywhere else but Southern California. And they really couldn't do it, right? There's some shots in the city of Los Angeles in this movie that really they just don't transport you anywhere else. It just feels very SoCal, and I kind of wish they had steered into that. I think it would have been a lot more impactful when you get to the end of the movie.
I like the idea. I love the idea that Santa Clarita is where they filmed a lot of this, and that that TV show, the Santa Clarita Diet, was a thing.
It's kind of about right.
And wasn't that? Did they do the brains thing in that series? It was so short, and I've forgotten now. And I loved it while I watched it, but
I never saw it. Tina watched it.
It was great.
No, it was just generalized cannibalism.
Okay,
just
more like Night of the Living Dead, where they're just eating innards and cows if they find them or whatever.
Oh, cows!
Which reminds me, my favorite trivia in here is pretty crazy. Actually, I don't think you get away with this today, but it says here. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Some of the zombie extras were paid bonuses to eat real calf brains in the film.
Oh.
Dan O'Bannon ate some raw calf brains first in front of them to show that he would be willing to do it. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Yeah, look at that's hardcore directing.
Cool.
It's like,
I'll eat these brains.
What grossed Scott out the most?
I know. That trivia is
Off-screen.
disgusting, dude, because you get weird parasites and shit from eating raw brain shit.
Mad cow disease or something. Yeah.
In this case,
I think you have to be a cow to get mad cow disease, right? You have to be,
I have no idea how this
No,
works.
I
No,
thought if you ate-
people can get it.
I thought if you ate
Okay.
the beef from a mad cow, you'd get mad cow
right.
disease.
You get mad cow. You get mad cow by cows eating cows, right? And then it
Cows
turns into
eating
something bad.
brain, specifically brain matter in their food processing, and then the cow eating that. Yeah.
Right.
I know
That's a total nightmare.
Yeah.
We've steered a little away from Linnea Quigley. I'm just going one last thing before we get completely away from her.
Yeah.
Right.
As I was finding these other little bits of weird, concept art, somebody created recently, I guess, a statue model kit of trash, and I want you to just look at the the spectacular use of human body knowledge by this person.
Until
Right, like
It's terrible.
Also turning her to like a D cup or something. But I love the Atari logo that she has embossed on her stomach.
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
I
that.
can see that now. Yeah, her.
I see
her.
it now. That's not how that works. I'd like to
That's
tell
not
that
what
guy.
that's supposed to look like. Yeah.
Also,
right.
those
That's
arms
fine.
are effed at any angle. Those are not right.
Everything about this is laughably bad.
Yeah, but maybe that fits. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I
Those
love it.
we're not going to put this one in the Discord or the Patreon, but folks,
Good luck.
look for just do a Google for Return of the Living Dead statue model kit.
Nice.
And you'll see this horrible
Yeah,
thing.
get
I
to
like
work
this
on
thing
it.
was available to purchase. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to
Nasty.
get into the characters and actors
Let's
a
do
little
that.
bit. So I like Bert and Ernie, haha, very funny.
Yeah, which he
so-
says he had no idea. Dan O'Bang said he had
really?
no idea about that. That it was
Which
like brought up
is-
to him afterwards.
I don't know. Okay, so there's some pieces I was putting together from 2025 that probably were not factual from this movie. And correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I just missed something. So Bert was the owner of the medical supply company, Unita, and then Don Calfa, whatever his name is, who, by the way, ate the scenery up every time he was on screen. He was
He's the guy you probably recognize most from like TV and other stuff.
Yeah. He was the mortuary guy. Anyway,
So Don
also-
Calfa, I just want to say one thing about Don Calfa. He
Don
is
Calfa, yeah.
100% Timu Brent Spiner in this movie.
okay, yeah,
He is-
all right.
He,
Oh, as far as his, I can see that. I can see
so
that.
much like older Brent Spiner. It's weird.
Yeah, he's got a pretty long, like he's in the episodes of Columbo and
Yeah.
all these kind of things. But the thing
need
I
a
remember
weird-
most is he's a hitman in Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
funny.
need a guy with really big eyes and it kind of acts like he's a little shifty, this is your guy who you call. So he's so he asked, and did I misunderstand what Ernie was saying when he says you're going to owe me a favor, Bert? And I kept going, is he into Bert? Is it something?
Is there a big relationship there going on? is
Yeah,
what you're
because he
asking?
kept going. Yeah, because he kept going. Oh, you're gonna be a big favor, and he wouldn't say what the favor was.
I think you're shipping Bert and Ernie
I'm
for your
ripping-
own fanfic. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I just felt like it
Just
was-
making sure.
Maybe they shared a bed like real Bert and Ernie
Right.
Muppets.
Yeah.
This was just a part of the movie that was really badly written because
Okay.
it would have taken one line of dialogue to establish how these people know each other and how they treat each other. And the movie just didn't. The movie was just like, we're trying so hard to get you to the special effect of the bags burning up that it's
Right.
like, we're just going to have these people say whatever. And they say whatever. And it really causes you to check out. Right?
Yeah.
Like you're watching this, you're like, give me some characterization here. Like,
I think
kept
you're not
coming
far
back
off.
to it,
I
though.
think that there's a lot of improv going on here. I think it's a lot of here's where we need this scene to go. Here are a few lines that we need you to say, but whatever else you say, and feel free to scream at the top of your lungs while other people are talking. That's totally cool. Do a lot of that.
Yeah, there is a lot of that.
I really
A lot
feel
of
like Miguel A. Nunez Jr., who's he's been in a lot of crazy stuff, and he feels like an improver. He definitely feels like he would improv just about everything he said.
he is my favorite thing in this whole movie.
Spider.
I have to put some respect on the name of Miguel Nunez Jr.
Yeah.
Miguel Nunez, if you only know one thing that he's ever done, and he's done a lot because he's this really common extra that gets cast in all these movies. In Harlem Nights, which I know I'm the only one who's ever seen that movie.
No, me and you, Randy. I've seen it. Love it.
Half of film sack has seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
I still
Harlem
love it.
Nights, he's an extra gangster. He's not part of the plot or anything. But if you know this guy, he's the one who spends his time in the movie yelling, "You broke my nose!"
Yep, he's
Okay.
really
I've
good
heard the
at
meme.
freaking out.
I've heard the meme.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. He's also in your. We've seen him in Scooby Doo. He was
Yes, Scooby Doo.
Voodoo Maestro. I don't remember the
Yeah.
This
character.
is,
but
this is our sixth movie with Miguel Nunez.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
getting
He was
around.
also in Action Jackson, Leprechaun 4, Lethal Weapon 3, Street Fighter. He was in Street Fighter.
Who was he in Street Fighter? Do you know? What's the character? Let's see.
He was.
do know
Oh yeah,
eventually.
who was he?
He's not one of the main fighters, I don't think, or maybe he is, and I'm just not remembering it. Here we go. Street Fighter, the movie. DJ.
DJ.
Oh, that is a character.
He always seems to play the character as like
Oh, it's
you guys are crazy.
He also did the video game, the mocap in the video game, which was called Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Yeah, the movie, the video game.
Yeah,
which I love that
is
meta.
so cheeseball. We covered that a little bit on Play Retro, but
Yeah.
well, good job, Miguel. You not only
Very
survived, but you went on to do more.
Well, and he's the trope of the only black person in the world, and like this movie's just filled with stuff like that, almost to the point that you don't even really notice it.
Mm-hmm. He didn't die early though, which I thought was interesting.
That was the point, right? I thought that was supposed to be the point. He was kind of like,
might be,
yeah,
subvert the trope, kind of.
Yep, subvert the trope.
The guy that interested me a little bit, I don't know why, but the guy that kind of played the Poindextery nerd guy, Chuck.
Sure, with the
new wave in a punk band. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was jacked.
It was such a theme gang. Like it was, we need a nerd representative. We need a super punk chick representative. How about a guy with a safety pin through his nose?
Yeah.
We have one of those?
So. I think there was like, I was fascinated actually by the story because half of the gang has punk rock names. Everybody's got a name, but then everybody else has got stuff like Tina, Chuck,
Yeah.
So I was like, but then there was Scuzz, Trash, Suicide on one side of it. Then you had Freddie and Tina and Chuck and Casey, and I was like, okay, what's going on?
I got nervous about the guy that played Suicide because I looked him up. He died at age 35, and I went, oh, please don't tell me the guy named Suicide. He ended his own life.
Suicide.
Or something. And I looked it up. He had leukemia, so sad.
He was badass. I like that. I like that guy.
Yeah, he was really good at his job. This picture I'm putting in right now is the guy who played Chuck now. He looks like he has very serious legal issues he needs to talk to you about.
Have you been injured in an accident?
Yeah, he looks like a serious lawyer face, which is wild because he's very young, and they all are. Whatever, they're This is how many years now? 85. When was that?
85. Yep.
Oh, but anyway, he's famously. This is the part I was getting to. His name is John Philbin. Played Chuck. Famously for me, anyway, and we've seen it on Film Sack. He is one of the masked robbers in the movie Point Break, 1991's Point Break.
Yeah.
So he is, let's see, he's the one that dresses as President Johnson, I believe. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Do you remember that with all the president heads and stuff? He's the one. Here's a photo, but he's the one on the far right here as Johnson, the shorter of the bunch. It looks like
the Johnson.
Oh, sure.
Anyway, that's that guy.
We also saw him in Children of the Corn here on Film Sack. He was not a major character.
No, he's no Malachi. I can tell you that. But who is really?
Right.
It says
We've
here.
also seen James Karen before, by the way.
Oh, in what did we see him in?
We saw him in Poltergeist. He's the real estate agent that moved the headstones, but you didn't move the bodies.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
But his IMDb photo is
Frank.
like, hey, I've only got this shot of me in the 40s. Use it.
Right, exactly. When I was an extra on Gunsmoke or something.
For real. He's in Poltergeist. You're right. There it is. Mulholland Drive. He was a busy boy until he passed.
I just want you to know that picture of James Karen on IMDb. So my dad graduated from college with a degree in accounting and moved to a town where he joined an accounting firm, and they had headshots. Every partner at that accounting firm looked like James Karen in those pictures. It's weird how those pictures.
That was the style of the time. Right?
Was it now? I guess so. Yeah. He was in Beverly Hills 90210 as 2 episodes as a minister. He was on Seinfeld.
I like James Karen.
He was in
Every
a
time I see him.
Seinfeld episode where he got sick on a plane. Mr. Canterman. I remember that one.
Yeah.
That's great.
No,
He's a busy boy. He worked right up until he died. Died in 2018. Had a movie even that year. I think it's kind of cool that you have a great career, plus you're in Return of the Living Dead.
I really love the Frank and Freddie
dynamic
of,
me too.
new guy trying to learn a job. The old guy's been there forever, and they're just kind of victims of just everything, and they come back for the next one as different characters, but still playing that same kind of dynamic. And something works for me for those two actors working together.
I struggled with the ridiculousness of you have a new hire,
right,
and you're showing them the business, and you take them all the way to the most deepest secret part of your history of the business that they'd have no business knowing or understanding. You go right to it and start wiping off the grime and showing them the look in this window here. This is a brand new kid you just met. Like, what are you? I don't understand that. That was weird.
I feel like that's
weird.
kind of. I think this. I've been in weird, low-paying, weird jobs where that's the thing. It's like, hey, I'm going to show you where the bodies are buried. Essentially, right first day.
Yeah.
It's like you've already been hired. It's too late. Now you're part of the family. And this is where everything is at.
It's also just such made up whole cloth how you would manage body parts and what you would classify them as. Like the good teeth ones, they go by this and acronym. It's like, come on.
I loved it, and that felt like every bullshit training thing I had to have. It's like stupid office jokes. I don't know. It kind of worked for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I've had shittier jobs than you guys. I don't know.
I feel like there is a thing where the older guy wants to act like he knows everything and he'll pull you through your new job where you're the young kid. I've felt that before. I get that.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is not just because he has experience or he's whatever. It's because he thinks he does.
Yeah.
He's in this just a shitty job as you are, but he's like, okay, well, let me show you the road. I definitely had that growing up. And now I don't like it. I don't like it.
You know what character we haven't talked about hardly at all? I don't think at all is Scuzz. Did anyone?
Brian Peck?
Jesus, Brian Peck, which is weird that he just I can't even remember anything that he was really doing other than this.
He was a news reporter in
background.
X-Men 2, so there was a
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's your Marvel connection. Sorry, Randy.
Oh,
Stupid.
shoot. Did
Sorry,
we
Randy.
usurp it?
Way to go. Way to ruin it.
Darn it. I just...
Which one was
noticed it.
Scuzz? Was he...
That's right. That's all you need to know. Which
He's the one
was
in the
Scuzz.
back reading the
That's
comic.
thing you need.
The guy reading the comic book that I put in earlier in the week.
Oh,
Yep,
gotcha. Okay.
And I think he says a couple of things about she's asking for a towel, and Trash is asking for a towel, and he's kind of like being a smart ass, and then I think he's dead, and that's pretty much it. That's the end of Scuzz.
Yeah, Scuzz didn't last long. There he is. He's the one reading that weird comics, which I looked up and thought that was fake. It was
like Weird
100%
Tales.
real. It was a real comic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like Weird Tales.
I tried to understand the car because
the car was awesome. That caddy.
It was really cool. Yeah,
Having all these- having all these people in a car, it didn't make sense to me. And this movie has so much freaking trivia. This movie is deep on trivia. And the reason, we all know the reason is because it's got a naked woman in it. And so you've got millions of men who spend their entire lives trying to document every aspect.
I need an excuse to study this film but what else can I come up with?
Yeah.
But they just don't really explain the car. And the car is so interesting because, first of all, it's a 62 Cadillac convertible. I'm sorry, it's a Cadillac Series 62. It's a 59. The car is a 59 or a 60. But the car makes no sense. Like when you see it and there's 7 people sitting in this car, it looks like an optical illusion. I don't like did they remove the whole back seat and people are squatting back there? I can't wrap my head around what I'm seeing.
That's a big car though. That is a giant car.
Oh, it's massive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with Randy on why and why would you do it? And also, why do you all
drop the
exit
top?
It? You exit it like psychos. Like just everyone dripping out of it. She's on top of it coming off the front window. And I'm like, dude.
I'm giving you a screenshot from this movie where I'm like, this must be an optical illusion. It does. You are looking straight on to the car.
Also,
seeing all 7 passengers.
What's his name? Menunez or whatever his name is in the back. He's got a much larger head than the girl in the front. So it's got this other weird feeling of like she's in the back, but she's really in the front. Yeah.
But also the car is very interesting because they went and spray painted words all over it. It's covered in graffiti.
It's very punk rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when it starts raining and they flee the cemetery, they get in, they all manually pull the top on. And it's just like, I'm just watching this going, how is this car not famous? This car is so interesting.
I love the car. Yeah, the car is great.
Yeah, the car was cool. Car didn't have enough role to play though. Overall, it was just kind of...
Yeah, I mean, it just basically rolled from like the side street where they pulled up down to the cemetery, and that was pretty much the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I did like the idea because I don't know if you guys were... No one had a car when I was going to school, it seemed like.
Had their own car,
then,
you mean?
And then, yeah, all of a sudden everybody did have a car. But yeah, like there was a couple years there where it's like, oh yeah, we got to go hang out with the guy we hate, Suicide, because he drives and then he's so aware of it and he's so bitter and it's, all that kind of ring true for me.
I remember that too. There was a moment of no one had a car and then a moment of everyone had one and they were all shit kickers like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Just garbage, piece of crap. You know, mine was too. I paid $200 for it from a guy named Juan. Drove it home that day and already had to fill the radiator because there's a leak in it. Like, that's just how you lived. And that was great, man.
Yeah.
These parents that give their kids, Beamers and stuff, you're ruining their chance.
No, exactly. Yeah. You need to start with a beater car, which you learn to fix yourself because you can't afford to get it fixed by anybody else. So you learn how to change a tire, you learn how to add fluids to it, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you work your way up to a nice car. I can't wait to work up to a nice car.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Is it one day I'll get there, but
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to be really clear. I understand these kids driving around in a 24-year-old car.
yeah.
Right.
It makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
It's just the car itself. There's something about it that's so interesting, and I don't understand why there's no good information.
It's a supernatural element of the film they don't get into.
It is.
enough.
Right.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
There's this lead pipe that Clu Coolidger uses in the movie. I don't know how you say that guy's real name. Forget the character. It is hold on.
He's Bert, isn't he? Or no? Is he Bert?
You are correct. It is Bert.
Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert.
He uses it in the movie. Is actually made of rubber. He initially used a real pipe, but so maybe there's some scrutiny on this. Hold on.
I know. I hope you're heading in the direction I think you're heading into, because it worries me every time I watch a movie like this where you have to have extras shove their hands through windows and wiggle them around, and people inside are slamming them with something. I'm like, ooh,
well, this one's even weirder because it says the one they used in the movie initially was a real pipe, but the crew snuck it away from him and replaced it with a rubber one, as Dan O'Bannon was worried about Clu's frequent anger and sometimes violent outbursts both on and off the set.
God.
So the guy was like freaking out and swinging a real pipe around.
Yeah. But I think that was just his process. Clu Gallagher was just,
Oh, sure. Maybe he was just a dick, but sure, we can call it his process.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Process,
Maybe sometimes dicks are processors.
So there's one really good scene that gives you the best example I've ever seen of this thing, where both the weapons and the targets are all fake.
Right.
And I was very, very impressed. It's just a window in the side of like the chapel, and all of these zombies are trying to get in, and all the people inside have blunt weapons. Like one guy's got a freaking sledgehammer, and know those weapons are all made out of soft rubber. And you also know,
hope
your brain knows that the arms reaching in are fake arms.
You
they
hope,
have to be.
They hope.
I don't know.
Somewhere.
There's even somebody.
There's some that look real.
There's somebody puppeting a fake head.
Yeah.
But like when the two come together, you feel in your body like, man, there are humans smashing humans here.
Yeah. As much as like, again, that was one of those scenes where I was like, whoa, okay. You guys are serious about this. And one of the arms came through and got bent off at an elbow and then hacked and then fell off.
Yeah.
And that looked like a real hand at first.
Right.
So I was impressed.
Has everybody still got their appendages?
Yeah. That stuff was all right. I don't know that playing that crappy, I shouldn't say crappy, that punk music was fine. Wait,
I love the music.
What was it called? Who's the band that you mentioned in the
Cramps?
chat?
The Cramps are the ones, probably one of the biggest punk bands of all time. The Cramps.
Yeah.
But you also get SSQ. That's the band that when Linnea Quigley is doing her striptease, it's SSQ that's playing. And you may not know SSQ, but I was gonna say their lead singer, who is Stacy Q. Yeah.
Oh, she started in punk?
She started in punk, SSQ. Tonight We'll Make Love Until We Die is the song that they do that
a couple of months back I went down a rabbit hole about her, and that's when I found out, and I was like,
wild.
Good old Stacy Q.
Stacey
Two
Q.
of Heart's song it's not
good.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it was good for when it was. It's not good now, though.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to it. It's bad. That's a bad song. That fits right up there with those ones we were talking about. We built this city. What was the other one? But you mentioned one the other day that we're not fans of. What was it?
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember saying something like, if I never have to hear that song again in my life, I'll be just fine. I can't remember what it was.
I don't either. But there's we should make a definitive list.
It's true.
There's like 12 of these. And,
the definitive list could entirely be from 1986. That year, that was the year of like Rock Me Amadeus and
that's so good.
Man,
Sure.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah, it is. It's so good.
No, it
isn't. Like some Falco?
No.
How about calling Vienna? Anything? Vienna calling? No? Just me?
Come on,
All
Falco. Right. I like Falco. Dude was the first, he had the German version of Don't Turn Around, the Commissar's in town,
That's a good song.
After the fire. I will give Falco some credit.
Fair enough. He's got some hits. But yeah, go ahead.
Come back to the movie with me because
I'll come back with you.
Come back.
There's some really, really amazing things that happen in this movie. And for my money, the most amazing is that a stunt guy inside some trash bags actually put himself in the incinerator, and you could see the stunt guy moving around in the incinerator while the fire is burning.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not talking about when Frank kills himself. When Frank kills himself, we don't see anything.
I love that.
We just see him take off his ring and get in.
But
the initial
he backed in.
Burning,
I love that he got up and just backed in and then reached around and hit the button.
I love Frank's end. It is just legendary. Love it.
It was good.
It's the first one that we see burned, where there's an actual stunt guy in there, and there's all these like trivia videos on YouTube. You can go see people who go really, really deep on this. Like what they had to do for this stunt guy to do this kind of safely is like he's in a suit and he's covered in gel and so on. And they only had one take, right? There was like, we're going to do this stunt one time, and if it doesn't kill him, then we're going to all consider ourselves successful. And it's just like, it flies by in the movie, but like, it's the kind of thing that makes the movie so much better if you know what they had to go through to give you this.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. And it feels like we don't get that as much anymore because there's so much safety on set and so many, ways to CG a thing. But back then, to pull off some of what you did, you always hear these stories like, "Oh, dude slid off that thing and lost half his arm, but it was worth it for the scene," that kind of thing.
I mean, we don't saw dogs in half anymore for movies. So, no, that's awesome.
That was so weird. That was so weird. That actually really worked for me.
What a cost-saving measure for a company. Hey, we should sell these cadaver dogs. What if we cut them in half and sell two of them?
Sell two of them.
You're right. Price of one. I could see that seemed realistic to me though, because when you're studying cadavers, whether they're animal or human, you have cross-section study and you do,
Right.
It's basically like cutting a tree open and looking at the lines or the rings or whatever. It's kind of like that. So I bought that whole thing, and the idea that half of it would come to life because of the government fart was very funny to me. That made me laugh.
What about the government's portrayal? The government pretty much starts and ends this story, so it's kind of almost like a bookend because everything that happens is pointless other than the suffering. Because in the end, we just bomb all of our.
You just wipe it out. And you only lose 3,000 people. Not too bad. Pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that guy was almost my chicken or a cat in the sink or whatever, kitty in the sink, because he was so like, here he is at the top and he's yelling at his wife or whatever's going on there, and then poof, he's gone forever.
Colonel.
And I put him in the notes, and then he shows up again. I went, oh, sorry, okay.
He wraps the whole thing up, doesn't he? He's the power there. That's all he's doing. It's such a weird thing too, because the Colonel lives in this. I don't know what he's like luxury beachside resort, and his only job is to wait for the phone call from the phone number on the side of the canister. It's a trip. And then also, I'm a little bit mad that they didn't continue the escalation in the sequels, because at the end of this one we go, oh, if you burn these zombies, it will liquefy and get into the atmosphere and become acid rain. This is a real concern. We were really talking a lot about acid rain during the 80s pollution, and so they tied that in, and oh no, now it's going to be all over the country. They just dismissed it in the second one, which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah, but I get them. It's like, movies in the 50s and 60s were really, really affected, even if your movie wasn't even that much about it. It would have a lot of Cold War shit in there. And then the fear. Yeah, I remember this being a big deal in high school. They were always going, all right, stay out of the rain this afternoon because the sky looked kind of gross before.
The pollution we putting into the atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's probably
gonna kill us all.
It's probably true that it's not good, right? But the movie really wanted us to feel.
But nothing. You didn't have to say stay out of the acid rain. You just said there's going to be acid rain. Everybody was like, oh yeah, well I don't want to be in that.
Yeah, I'll stay inside.
You have to put. Stay out of it.
But the stuff never. It wasn't like it was like burning through people's umbrellas.
No,
and
not
shit.
like this.
No.
It burns.
Boy, the poor thing. Someone give her a blanket or something. My God.
So
just a towel.
Yeah.
Scott, I want you to know this movie did have a proper chick in the bucket. I spent the entire movie wondering about it, and it's just a great example of why movies often don't look at themselves with fresh eyes. You're making a movie, you're not a viewer of a movie viewing it for the first time, and so continuity is just so freaking hard.
Yeah.
But this is a movie about corpses becoming zombies. And when we first meet Ernie, he's a mortuary worker working on a corpse that is on a table.
Yeah.
And that corpse is never mentioned again the rest of the movie. It's just laying there.
Yeah.
And the filmmakers, it never occurred to them that I was going to watch this movie and spend the whole movie waiting for that corpse that Ernie was in the middle of fixing.
Sure, I see what you're saying. To come alive.
It was to set forth the rigor mortis angle, right? And they just got rid of the body.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they should have had it come. You're right. It should have come alive.
It lays there the entire movie, and the filmmakers just never thought about it. It didn't occur to them to do something with that one thing. And I'm like, wow. And the movie ends, and I'm like, so the corpse in the mortuary? Never? Okay. All right. Thanks.
Never.
This movie also just doesn't understand airborne particulates. It doesn't understand how that works because everybody would be infected, not just the two chuckleheads that took a blast in the face. Right. Everybody. If that stuff's strong enough to go under the ground and get to grave 6 feet under with all that stuff in that short amount of time.
The reason why it was concentrated in the container.
But they all should have had it because that's how aerosol works. That's how airborne pathogens.
The first two characters were exposed to the gas.
I hate that voice. It sounds like you're eating like paste or something. Do it again. I want to hear it again. Do it again.
I hate that. Do it again.
Mufasa.
It's like a movie viewer guy. It's like the guys I was describing who have written a bunch of trivia about this movie because it's got a naked woman in it. It's that guy.
Yeah.
Right.
He lives.
That's the voice.
That guy lives. I have one other piece of trivia I haven't read yet, which is at around 19 minutes, the gravestone to the left of the large one, upon which Trash first performs her striptease, has the name Archibald Leach on it. And if you know your history, this is the real name of the actor better known as Cary Grant in that grave.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would do that. I don't know what the point.
They had a lot of little
but
things like that in this movie.
Yeah.
Like I love the eye charts all around the office. Did y'all catch the one in the main office?
I just saw the one because of the trivia that said, Bert is a slave driver or whatever it was.
Yeah. Bert is a slave driver. I had to stop the film so I could read what it said. But
I assumed it said things and then forgot to check. So that's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess.
But the movie goes out of their way to show you.
Yeah.
It really focuses on stuff like that a little too much. I would have appreciated finding it for myself. But.
How do you guys feel like Toby Hooper would have been at this? He was originally slated to direct, and it was supposed to be 3D in the original plan.
Toby had done a lot of these guys kind of ran together a little bit. Toby,
they were friends.
All these guys kind of in the special effects, all that stuff was kind of all tied in together.
Yeah, I saw
it would have been a much darker.
Yeah.
Mood probably.
I mean, if the first Chainsaw Massacre is anything to go by, but the second one's not. The second one never captured the magic, so I'm not sure where this would have landed. I don't know.
Right.
But Toby Hooper did. We were talking about what's it called? Where he's the guy that you forgot to take the bodies out.
Poltergeist.
Yeah. Poltergeist. He directed that, so full circle on Bert there.
Oh, look at that. Nice. Yeah.
Not Ernie, right? Yeah, Bert. No,
not Ernie. Well, Bert. Frank was the one in Poltergeist.
Frank, thank you. That's what I meant.
Frank.
Also, why is Bert just a cowboy kid here when he was like, what was he, like 20 in this? But he looks Look at his IMDb
looks young,
photo.
doesn't he?
It's really
It's like it's
weird.
going to be a Sundance Kid or something. Look at that. Yeah.
Wait, I've got him all mixed up. Oh, that's why. I'm mixing him up with the kid that works there,
Oh,
and then
Freddie.
the old
Sure.
guy. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that's totally different.
I mix
yeah.
up Freddie and I messed
Freddie and
it
Frank.
up.
Freddie and Frank and Bert and Ernie. Come on.
He lived till a couple of years ago, 93 years old. That guy did all right.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot longer.
Call more paramedics. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Final trivia I had here was that Lysol had to be approached to get approval
Yeah.
to use it. And according to this, the director says they liked the idea that Lysol would kill any conceivable odor, so they were all on board.
That's nice.
I like also he
appreciate
calls
that.
it deodorant, right? Like he sprays it. So let me put some deodorant around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think of Lysol as a disinfectant, not a deodorant.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
Let's not spray that under your armpits, kids.
Was that different
Because
back then?
Lysol is not a good smell.
But was Lysol
No.
different back then? Maybe it was No, you're right. It's always been disinfectant.
It's always been disinfectant. I think
far as I know.
think he was
don't know.
using it more in the term of let's get rid of the odor, let's de-odor the place.
I kind
Let's
of
use
remember.
deodorant.
I kind of remember a time where you would have Lysol in the bathroom when you would spray it to help with the
that's true. Cover up the poop
Yeah.
smell.
They probably
all
make
right.
smell,
they probably
but-
make one like that now. Or if
Yeah,
they didn't,
it's
then
probably,
they do now.
Now that you say that, that's probably what it was. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Here's the thing. If I had one big beef, and again, it doesn't change the cult status,
Scott's got a big beef.
and it even doesn't it doesn't even challenge the idea that they establish a new kind of rule in the zombie universe, or at least a potential rule, which is the brains thing, right? So that's give them props for that. But the thing that kind of took me out a little bit is this thing does what haunted house movies does. It just broke a bunch of zombie rules, or was inconsistent with them. So if you have no head, are you still your body shouldn't be able to get up and run around back there in the warehouse? That breaks the zombie rule.
It's the zombie rule of if you just get rid of the head, get rid of the brain, and the zombie dies. Smash the head, smash the brain, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think when you're playing with tropes anyway and saying, well, that's just in the movies, kid, it's not real life, then you can pretty much do anything because you explain it as, this isn't the movies. This is real life.
Yeah.
This is how it
This is
works.
real life. You're watching a movie that's based on real
Good
life.
point.
But
Good
again,
point.
this movie is made by people who aren't thinking about it the way we're approaching it.
Yeah.
They're like, this movie has a Hydra problem. That's the trope here. It's the Hydra problem is that if you cut the arm off, you've just made two zombies. The only way to kill these zombies is to burn them, and when you burn them, you make 100 more zombies because of the
Right.
gases.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's a huge Hydra problem. If you play it out logically, it just means everybody becomes a zombie within a few days around the whole world.
Right. It just spreads.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Then you get 28 days later.
Yeah.
Right. But they just weren't. They didn't care about that kind of problem. You know.
No, they weren't concerned.
They were trying
obviously.
to. They were trying to scare you.
Yeah. And I'm fine with that. But when your hand alone on the ground is enough to grab a guy's leg and actually tear the leg, but pant leg has got such a tight grip when they try to separate them. That's just cousin it freaking Addams Family bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, come on. There's no way a hand.
I suppose you don't believe a demonic doll can kill you. Jeez.
Well, again, the rules are established with the demonic doll, though. So it's not about the physics of it necessarily. I can live with the physics. It's just that this thing did things that zombie movies don't. And I think Ibbott makes a really good point. You park your brain at the door that says, there's a sign on that door that says, this movie is about people thinking they know the rules, but real zombies break them. And then I'm okay with it. If I think of it from that perspective.
Then you get the freedom really to do anything and say, no,
Yeah.
that's not the way it is in real life, Brady.
Yeah. We should have a lady dance on out in the graveyard naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Real
kind of-
punkers don't do that.
No, they don't. They don't. It's funny though, because the one girl, kind of the normal girl that had I guess the boyfriend was the Freddie. She just looked like every girl I dated in high school.
Yeah,
She was.
Yeah. She was just there because Freddie was in the band, and Tina, she was just kind of, I like Freddie.
They don't know how gangs work is what I'm getting at. This is not. I mean, I love it because here on the show we bring it up all the time. Theme gangs are amazing. I love them.
They're the best. Yeah.
So much fun.
But they're so stupid,
Oh,
I mean, the worst possible way.
I really enjoyed the gang in this movie. I'm just like I say, there were two competing storylines. You go back and forth between the two. I got like I say, the older men are the better produced, like the better directed and acted part.
Yeah.
But you get tired of them very quickly. Like, they don't have a story to tell. The theme gang, that's a story.
Yeah,
That's
there's a reason why we like young people to die in our horror movies. I think there's something there about like their energy level, their sense of fear is different. You know, these old guys are terrified, but they're
Ernie's walking around with a gun, just like, bring it, come on.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm ready to die.
I do like the point at which Suicide says, "This isn't a costume. This is a way of life. Being a punk."
Yeah. I can tell.
It's serious.
The one thing I wrote in here was the little guy with no legs running made me laugh.
Oh,
really
that
hard.
was great! Like, was next to the paramedics, next to the
it was
ambulance
right
that
after
comes
the
running around.
ambulance.
That made me laugh so freaking hard, dude. 'Cause they clearly,
no.
They clearly hired somebody who's got some amputee status or something.
Right.
But I didn't expect it to be so comical. And there's like punk music playing while he's running, and I laughed way too hard at that moment. That really made me laugh.
It's great.
They also, I don't think zombies in any movie with any rules, and again, even this idea that they can get away with anything in this one because they establish that it's not like the movies. I don't think they should be able to pick up the radio and go, send more backup.
Right.
I love that part.
Please.
More cops, please. Hello. Hey, is this Phil? No, Phil's dead. Send more cops. We need more.
Yeah.
That sucked. That annoyed me. But whatever.
Really?
funny
I
as
laughed.
hell. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
It just made me go, okay. Like, more about how stupid the cops are. Like, really, you're going to hear this crusty, we need more police, please.
Right.
It's like,
More police, please.
can I get your badge number, please? Like, do something to verify who's on the line. Some horse shit. What do you guys think grossed me out? It's hard in these movies because there's a lot of fake gross
seems
shit.
like there's a lot. Yeah.
For me, it's a very specific non-special effect thing. I'll say that. But it's something they all seem to have going all the time, if that helps.
They were so sweaty. Everybody was so sweaty.
Yeah, and there were just a ton of people in this movie who get really close face to face while they're talking, and they're talking loud and fast.
Yeah.
And I could just feel their breath in my nose.
Here you go. You nailed it. A combination of the sweaty and closeness of especially Ernie and the kids. Ernie's just like right up with that girl, right up next to her face, screaming, yelling. Who knows what the hell's coming out of his nasty ass mouth?
Ernie's definitely got the alcohol sweats, right? Yeah. All he does is drink all day and
you can tell this is a lot
gases.
of real sweat, not sprayed on. Like everybody's really hot, and I don't like that. That grosses me out.
Don't like it.
Yeah. So that's it. It wasn't even a movie thing. It was just more of a me thing.
Sure.
Let's get to clips. Unless you've got anything else. Anybody have anything you want to cover there before we?
Nothing for me.
I'm very excited to play these. There aren't many. Actually, they kind of end when you expect them to because there's a lot of, like Gibbet said, there's a ton of shouting and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of incoherent shouting at the end. So I didn't, we got pretty far with some decent clips, but it kind of cuts off early. Anyway, here is We're Gonna Party.
Hey, we gonna party tonight or what?
Yeah, we are gonna party.
Well, where? Where are we gonna party?
I don't know, somewhere.
Hey, we could go to the park.
Oh, no, we can't. The cops said they'd shoot us if we go back in the park. Yeah, and I ain't in no mood to die tonight.
Okay. Can relate,
So that was Casey's talking there a lot. She does just Jewel Shepard. She does a couple of movies later on where she talks that Valley Girl kind of thing.
And she's the one with the crazy trivia from all. There's so much trivia about this movie, but hers is like the one. This is the piece of trivia, which is that she was a stripper in a strip club, and Dan O'Bannon comes in and starts feeding her drugs and convinced her to be in this movie, but not be. She refused to be the
interesting
trash, and it's just like that trivia is everywhere you look.
Hold on, this is Beverly Randolph? Is that the lady?
No, Jewel Shepard.
Jewel Shepard, the one with the blue hair, the blue wig.
Ends up hugging up on Chuck.
I don't see her in the chat or in the chat.
Oh, she's in there. She doesn't have an IMDb picture or nothing. She's under Beverly Randolph on IMDb.
So no photo or anything. Is this all she did?
No, she had a couple of things. She actually had a big part in another movie.
You mentioned she had something else. I forgot.
Hollywood Hot Tubs 2. We got to watch that series, right? Hollywood Hot Tubs.
Do we
get into that? about that.
My favorite credit here, I just found it while I was looking for her. Larry Odin played Yellow Zombie. Yellow Zombie.
Yeah, that yellow zombie was gross.
It was pretty gross. Except Brandy's right about the plastic bag shift. It was weird. All right, here's the government getting mad at Ethel.
When will you find them?
Christ, Ethel, I don't know.
Go to council.
Christ, Ethel. I love it when they bring in old actors from old Hollywood.
Yeah.
Kathleen Cordell.
Yeah.
Someone pointed it and said, it's Kathleen Cordell.
Yeah, she's not getting much work. Put her in our low-budget shit movie. Great idea. All right, buy some gas.
Go drive around. I don't got gas. You want to buy some gas, idiot?
Idiot. You want to buy gas?
Well, he was such Biff. I didn't realize how Biff he was.
He's super biffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was biffy all through. She just wants to party.
I just want to party.
Oh, shit. Is that the stripper girl again? I think it is.
I just want to
that's
party.
It's trash. Yeah, I think it's trash.
Oh, is it trash?
Is it trash?
Oh, I thought it was the other one, the real life stripper.
Oh, is it the blue hair?
I thought it was
one?
Casey. All right, I don't know. We don't know.
Here's what barfing in the 1980s sounded like. So here's some great Foley.
Yeah, Frank he must have had a big lunch because Freddie wasn't really throwing up, but James Karen, he was having trouble with his rigor.
He was letting his rigor.
Yeah, his rigor was bad.
Oh, that's great. All right. Also, that whole idea that you're dead, but you don't know it, but you can talk, blink your eyes, and do other motor function and body functions. Come on. That doesn't work.
It was enjoyable to me when the EMT is like explaining that they don't have a body temperature, they don't have a pulse, etc. I enjoyed that a little bit.
When they showed up, though, I immediately went, "You dead?" and "You dead."
Yeah,
you did.
You two are going to be dead in minutes.
Right.
Here's stripper. So here's trash.
Do you ever fantasize about being killed?
Jeez, dude.
Oh,
no.
Trashley's got some problems.
Yeah.
I think she's got a daddy issue.
Yeah.
Reddest flag of all time. That girl.
Yeah.
Like a character. Do not hang out with her. Don't have her in your crew.
Yeah.
Don't let her in the car.
Because if she gets turned, she's going to become a big boss. You know she is.
A liability.
Just a red flag from top to bottom. All right, some more of her.
Eating me alive.
Big old vocal fry on that one.
I love vocal fry so much.
Eating me alive.
Which is to say, I love vocal fry in movies like fake characters.
Yeah.
All characters are fake. I love it there. When it's Elizabeth Holmes in real life, I hate it.
Elizabeth Holmes. Wait, who is she? The pharmaceutical.
The inventor.
Right.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The one that's in prison right now for fraud and all
The
that.
inventor. How about that?
I always mix her up with the former CEO of Yahoo lady. Those two people I mix up every time.
Oh, sure, yeah, right.
Yeah, with a crazy laugh. Oh my gosh.
Marissa Mayer.
Little Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Marissa Mayer. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Scooby-Doo? Anyway.
Scooby-Doo.
This is called What I'm Gonna Do. I don't know what that means.
What are we going to do, Bert? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be sued by the Darrow Chemical Company. I'm going to be investigated by the government. I might become very famous, Frank. I might even lose my business. I might even go to jail. God damn it. That's what I'm going to do.
Take a breath. Sheesh.
I love the next scene when they open up the freezer and you think they've got a plan. It's like Frank and Freddie have a plan. They're going to take care of him, and Bert's way back in the back, and the zombie just hit straight for Bert.
Yeah, right for Bert.
Love it.
Take that, Bert.
Z-lined it. Z-lined it.
Yeah. The most annoying thing you'll hear today. Enjoy.
I love the secondary scream. Real screaming versus I'm also screaming.
Yeah, right.
What's that thing it's probably got a trope name where somebody screams. Kramer does this on Seinfeld a lot, where someone's screaming and then he'll suddenly
along.
just start screaming because he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like a little kid kind of. Kids do that.
Yeah.
All right, here's a line you haven't heard since you were in the 80s.
Go choke a chicken.
Go choke a chicken.
Come on, Chuck. Choke the chicken.
It's usually choke your chicken.
Your chicken. Right. Yeah. Right.
Choke a chicken. Come on.
Well, she's saying, listen, you can go take care of yourself or go take care of somebody else, but you're not taking care of me.
Yeah. Or strangle a real bird. I don't know.
Right, actually, yeah.
Who knows what they mean?
Scott, I looked it up.
Yeah.
It's on TV tropes. It's called the reactive continuous scream.
Oh, I love it. That's kind of what they had going there.
Yeah.
I love that has a name. I don't feel like it's that common, but you always recognize it when you see it.
There's a lot of examples. The one that came to mind for me was from E.T., where one kid starts screaming and then the other one starts screaming, but she doesn't know why. I guess that's famous girl. What's her name?
It's Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Look at Dunaway ready with Drew Barrymore. Had one in the chamber there.
Who knew?
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, here's some music from the thing that just made it sound like it used, like, I don't know, they called the Footloose people and said, hey, do you have any stuff laying around that you didn't use for your good movie? Because we'd like that. And then they played this.
I love that.
What does that sound? That
It's not Footloose, but Top Gun.
Yeah, the Top Gun.
Top Gun.
It's not only the Top Gun chimes, it's the same note.
It sure feels like it.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure it's probably the same instrument.
Can we borrow your Top Gun bell? Thank you.
I'm sure it's the same electronic instrument that's probably got pre-programmed stuff in it that just...
Yeah.
That's why it sounds of the time.
That's
right?
why it jumped out so much, but I could not place the movie. So you guys did it. Top Gun for sure.
Yeah.
Out of the ground.
What do you mean out of the ground?
Yes, out of the ground.
Oh, out of the ground?
Oh, that out of the ground.
Oh,
Okay.
Out of the ground.
Like many crappy movies or, cult status movies, sometimes they do dialogue, mess up, and they just leave it in. And here it is right here, coming from Freddie.
My stomach started cramping up.
Cramping up.
Cramping up.
Yeah.
Go with it. Go with it. We're burning daylight.
Little John Travolta, welcome back, Cotter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plus, we're all running out of footage. We can't afford more raw film. Just keep it.
I kind of felt like that was Suicide. He kind of did one of those when he was talking about how punk was life.
Yeah.
When I felt like that John Travolta thing where he's trying to explain it to his parents. Jeez,
or Nicolas Cage in Wild at Heart, where my jacket represents a symbol of my individuality.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of members only, we only had one member left with Bert there with his brown members only jacket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The last member.
Yep. You're right.
Must be the last member.
No more members.
Did we talk about the profanity on the back of the jacket?
Oh no, what is?
Did we?
Say?
Oh, I missed it.
So I don't remember the name of the character. One of the characters in the chapel / mortuary has profanity on the jacket.
It's probably
and
Spider.
Is it? I don't remember. I don't remember that. But in the trivia, it is explained at length that the filmmakers wanted this movie to end up with a TV version, so they had to film every time you saw that character's the back of his jacket, they had to film it twice, and they would switch out the jacket with no profanity on it. And it just made me want to see that now. I want to know what.
Right.
Oh, here it is. Okay, back of Freddy's jacket. In the theatrical version, the words "FU" are displayed. After realizing that the shot could not be used in case it was ever shown on TV, a second jacket was made that says, quote, television version, unquote.
Really? That's fantastic.
I love that.
And so there's probably some shot somewhere where you could find this version of the jacket. I can't.
It's kind of a funny middle finger too, right?
Yeah. That's really great. Perfect. Let's go to this clip.
Why do you eat people?
Not people. Brains.
Brains only.
Yes.
Yeah.
That actress is
worked by
pretty.
Carol Kane. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
she does some.
That'd be a hoot.
That lady that did the voice work there. She's done some other sound-alike voice work and other things too.
Yeah, we know her from some cartoons of the era, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was also in the trivia. That was actually interesting. Let me see if we can find this. We have some retro heads out there that like this.
Got the puppetry guys on set. That was awesome. That was one of my favorite.
Here it is. Oh no, that's not it.
She did some Agra stuff, I think, for some other stuff from the Dark Crystal, but I don't think she did the actual Agra. But she's got that voice that she could pull that off.
I have it all backwards. This is wrong. Brian Peck did the voice of the half female corpse in those scenes with the half corpse. So it's a dude did it. I read somewhere somebody did cartoon work, and I must have mixed up two pieces of 2 pieces of trivia or something.
No, I don't think.
See who Brian Peck is real quick. Oh, Brian
Peck was Scuzz.
He's Scuzz.
That
yeah.
doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
IMDb. I got some scrutiny.
Scrutiny.
All right. How about this final clip? Oh no, 2 more. Here's one.
I don't give a shit what's in the basement. We got to get to that phone, man.
Yeah, man. We got to get to that phone, man. Come on.
It's like that guy's is clearly a baby boomer, starting to age. Used to say groovy shit and put a little bit on there. It's pretty good.
I felt like they were trying to get to a man who works on phones, a phoneman.
A phone man.
A phoneman. I like that.
Phone man.
Now, in that context, let's hear it again.
I don't give a shit what's in the basement. We got to get to that phone, man.
Got to get to that phone, man.
Phone man. I'm getting the phone man on the line right now.
Yeah, the phone man says we're screwed. All right, angry cop at the end.
First of all, mister, what the hell is going on there? I lost a dozen good men and nobody can tell me jack shit.
Jack shit.
Jack.
Man, that's a phrase. I know people still say jack shit, but not nearly in the volume we need. I love it.
Right.
Jack shit is a great underused thing. But I'll tell you what also is underused. The Film Sack checklist. Yes, that's right. No shirt, no pants, no problem. Check. It's not like they could keep the naked girl alive the whole movie, right? Check.
Yeah.
Boy, I really focused on her, like a lot of people did, I think. Then finally, the effects are pretty good. Check. I'll give it that. Yeah. Star Trek connections, gotta be something.
We're gonna combine them. We have 1 Star Trek and 2 Star Trek and 1 Marvel connection. So. First, we got John Durbin, who played Radio Corpse in this movie. John Durbin also played some stand-around aliens in Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and an episode of Voyager.
I heard Video killed the Radio Corpse. That's what I heard.
Radio Corpse, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, continue.
Our first paramedic was played by Drew Dean, and Drew Dean submitted story ideas to Star Trek The Next Generation that were used in that.
They were used. Okay, good. I'm glad you finished that because I thought it was going to say submitted this, but never accepted.
Submitted but never used.
No, got an actual story credit in Star Trek The Next Generation.
Nicely done.
And then our Scuzz guy, Brian Peck, as we mentioned earlier, was in 2 different Marvel joints. He was standing at a hot dog stand in X-Men.
Okay, it's the one where
customer.
Where what's his face comes out of the water. The governor comes or senator comes out of the water and melts.
Oh, right. Another Seinfeld connection. That guy was. He was the
and
arbiter.
Stan Lee is right there too.
Yeah, that's right. That was a hell of a scene for Brian.
And then he also got the coveted role news reporter in X2.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry for spoiling that one earlier. I didn't mean to do that. Well, there you go. That's your Star Trek connections. Fantastic stuff. The soundtrack great. I'm going to give it a BMAH. Perfect for this movie to give it a acronym because of that thing at the beginning. Yeah. Anyway, that stands for B movie as hell. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It did the job. It played.
Entertaining, not good quality, but good entertainment.
Yeah, and it feels of the time, and that's actually a good thing.
I think that's a good thing. You captured 1985 horror.
Yeah.
Schlock.
Right.
You did it.
And,
congratulations.
And if you're approaching this movie as a teenage boy like I was once upon a time, this is the best horror movie ever made.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're for sure. In the eyes of a certain age, I would have hubba hubba, right?
Hubba.
Hey. Just talking about Bert. I don't know who you guys mean. All right.
I'm talking about Ernie.
Oh, I mean Ernie. Yeah, Ernie.
Did you see that calf he was showing?
Yeah. Sweaty, the alcohol sweats. All right, let's get to the sound the social media post. Now,
I'm poised. I'm so poised.
In order to do this post, I have to read this email from a guy named Brian G, which sounds like either one of your rap names or something. All right.
Yo.
Yeah, he says this about the social media post. Scott, I have hired Leonardo DiCaprio to break into your dream and replace the recipe for weird eggs in your memory. I will not give you back the correct recipe unless you let Randy go first in the social media post.
Hilarious.
All right, fine, Brian G.
Was this message from me?
I mean, if it was, you went by a different name. Anyway, I think that maybe I'll consider it. So for today, just this one time, let's sum it up in 280 characters or less. And yes, let's start with Randy.
The Return of the Living Dead. They said the dead were gone. Well, that's a lie, because one just ran in here and humped my thigh. A barrel leaked, the gas went everywhere, and now the cremation has filled the air. The punks are shrieking, naked in the hood. Wait, did you say naked? Oh, this movie's good.
Perfect. I was worried the word wood was going to come in. But anyway, whatever.
Wood.
Yeah, I don't want any wood. Wait a minute. What am I saying? Here we go. Let's move on to Brian Dunaway and his summation.
The Return of the Living Dead, like seeing half a dead dog reanimated. Part of you wants to look away, and the other part also wants to look away. Hashtag send more paramedics.
That's awesome. And finally, Brian Ibbett.
Well, I kind of used, I actually had two, but I used one of them early on where initially it was, they're coming to bore the shit out of you, Barbara. So I'll use my second one, which is Return of the Living Dead. We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to not live on and on. We're going to not survive. Today we celebrate our day before Independence Day.
Nice. Man, I thought Bill Pullman was on the call suddenly.
I know.
Maybe 4th of July was the chick in the bucket kitten in the sink.
It really was. It totally was, yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think of that. Nice job. Let's get to these alternate titles. These are just handed to me. Holy shit. Just right now. They're fresh off the press. Naked Girl Dies First was nearly the name.
Yeah.
But instead, they also perused over the idea of using Retcon of the Living Dead. Now, I wrote that. I wrote that before I knew that this was not a Romero joint.
Yeah.
But then I thought it still kind of works because they're still sort of retconning the Living Dead. Yeah. We need to do two sometime. Dawn. We got to do Dawn. And I do the new one.
Oh, for sure.
I do the new or the old one. Don't care which. I love them both.
I think we do a back-to-back new and then the old one right after the other.
I'd be all right with that. That'd be great. I don't even think we have to save it for Halloween. We can do it whenever we want.
No, I like the comparison like we did with The Fly.
Couple of quick notes from the listeners. I got an email first, filmsack@gmail.com. Dear Brian, Randy, and Scott, this is Jonathan B. And he says the following. I've been listening on and off since the early 100s episodes, he means. I remember when Cherry 2000 was the newest episode to come out. Every time I come back to listen, there's some more backlog. I'm disappointed to see you guys have yet to do The Boondock Saints. Seriously, this movie is one of my favorites and seems perfect for you guys. I always come back and think, surely they would have done it by now. Nope. I can't wait for episode 1000 of Film Sack, and we'll be going to the returning Nerdtacular. Loved the show, though, Jonathan B. I don't know why we haven't done Boondock Saints.
Yeah,
what's our deal?
Good one to see. I watched it a few years ago just based on the fact that it had such a huge kind of underground following. I'm like, all right, well, let's watch it.
Yeah.
Remember his face from The Walking Dead, right?
A very young,
Daryl Dixon.
I can't think of his name all of a sudden. The real guy. Anyway, he's great.
Norman Reedus, there
you go. And speaking of Norman, Norman Osborn's in it. Willem Dafoe's in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I can't remember who else. I think Willem Dafoe's in that. Am I thinking of that wrong? Maybe it's the sequel. They did a sequel. No, he is in that. Yeah, I have that right.
Well, we need to see it again for Film Sack.
Yeah.
I want to investigate what happened to Troy Duffy. Like, Troy Duffy just bursts onto the scene.
He's the other
very
saint.
young
Was
filmmaker.
he the other? Oh, he was the director. Okay.
Yeah, very young filmmaker. He makes these two movies and then vanishes.
Well, he came back for Boondock Saints 2 All Saints Day as writer. I don't know if he directed, though.
He did. He directed the second one.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he's directed, and he's got Boondock Saints 3 in pre-production, it says.
It's just weird.
That is very weird. Those are your your two things, really. Oh, there's this other thing called Luminous. He's attached to write something in 2015, but looks like that never happened. Because there's no... Oh, was there just a pilot? May have been a pilot only. Anyway, yeah, that's a weird career for a director that everybody went, oh, keep your eye on this guy. Boondock Saints, a hell of a thing. And then nothing.
Yeah, it's like he was in prison or something.
Yeah, maybe he was. We don't know. He's doing research for the next thing. Let's move on to this text. Howdy, Film Sack. It's Ashley again. I just rewatched Return of the Living Dead 2. And I strongly recommend that if you guys want to keep the zombie party train going, do it. It's very silly, and it has tons of great material for clips. Enjoy. We've talked about it. I mean,
Yeah.
The second one's fine. Special effects are not nearly as good as this, but the dialogue and characters are just as zany and as fun to see Frank and Freddy back as different characters.
So really?
That's how. Okay, I was going to ask you who returns. It sounds like it's more of a casting return, not a character return.
Yeah. They play totally different. Well, they're still a duo. It's just different. They're just different. They're not doing the same jobs, but they're still doing jobs.
So nobody survived, right?
Right. The nuke bomb took care of any potential.
Well, just under 4,000 people.
Right. Yeah. Let's not. We don't want to overblow it.
Right.
Absolutely. But so I guess technically the general could be a carry through, but they don't do that, do they, Brian? Dunaway.
No. He's dead.
Well, there you have it. If you would like to send in your own thoughts and feelings, go to filmsack.com and you will find many ways to contact us. Also, I want to thank a brand new patron this week, Christopher Crofton. Croton,
Christopher Cross.
I was going to say, almost sound like you're going to say Christopher Cross. He's just sailing right into our Patreon. Yeah.
My mom loved him. Oh my gosh. I don't think he's that great. Anyway, but this guy is Christopher Croton.
Just dropping some shade.
Hot take.
Just right there.
Yeah. I mean, of all the yacht rock there is, I think there's better yacht rock. That's all.
You are not wrong in that opinion.
It's just kind of your air supply shit. I'm not into it.
Sorry,
it's air supply. Boy, you just like dropping all the hate bombs.
I don't know why, but I feel like the casualties from the air supply bomb drop will be low. It'll be limited. Yeah. Not too many people are super fans of those guys.
Man, I don't even think of Air Supply as yacht rock. Maybe
they're not. I might be fledging that. I don't know. What would you say? I bet you're the music expert.
I would say that they are. I think they. If you can visualize yourself sitting on the deck of your catamaran with a bottle of rosé, wearing an ascot, I think you could call it yacht rock. Okay. So yes.
All right. It's in then. We're putting it in the list.
Is that all it takes?
I don't have a gavel, but I'll bang this thing right on my desk.
Oh.
There we go.
All right. It's official now. And now we have to pay. Are we lawful people? We have to follow the law. It's fine.
That's right.
Yep. Christopher Croton. Sorry, I said it wrong. Welcome to the Film Sack Patreon. You'll get no commercials ever. You'll get pre-show content every week, and you'll get some great monthly episodes and specials and all this business. It's all fantastic stuff. So thank you so much for being that person and joining us this Sacktober. That's patreon.com/filmsack. Our next movie outside of out of Sacktober will be Diamonds Are Forever on Prime.
Yay, finally.
We continue our Bond exploration.
Back to the Bond.
They paid $20 million extra so that we could stream that movie.
Yeah, we figured out on TMS, we figured out some of the math on what MGM...
They really paid $8.5 billion last January, but an extra $20 million gets you...
Gets a Bond on top.
Forever.
It's like a cherry on top of the MGM deal. And it still seems insane that on paper anyway, they can separate it out and say it was only $20 million. But
it's been a year and a half since we sacked a Bond movie because
no way
for this one.
Yeah,
that seems
like really like they put a little stick in our little ant trail of the Bond movies, and we could not find a way around that stick.
That's right. So come back with us as we tell the hive, the mound that we found the movie.
Say never again.
No. We find out that diamonds truly are forever. It's on Prime. It's available. So watch it and be ready with us next week. In the meantime, filmsack.com is our website, and you can find everything you need there. That's going to do it for us, for me, for Brian, and for Randy.
Naked.
We'll see you next time. Trash.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
I just want to party.